What's good, guys? Excuse me. So this is Christmas, right? Now, now this is Christmas. So, I'm doing a little thinking, right? So it seems that the family really just went poof after a little while. So, and that's thick eggnog. Alright, so it seems that the family just went poof. Family members passed away. No one speaks to one another anymore. He said she said garbage and all of this kind of stuff. And then, I don't know, others just move away. Things just ain't really the way they used to be. Like, at all, right? So this is another Christmas alone. I'm just gonna kick back with our chestnuts roasting on an open fire. No, I can't do that here. I don't have a fireplace. I broke it all apart and I took it down. So, really, that was a lot of bricks. Yeah, I know it's stirred. I know it's stirred. I'm irritating you. It's eggnog, man. Come on. Some good eggnog, too. So anyway, right? Here I go. On my days of Christmas past, right? So, I went blind in, I would say, October. Clinically, I would say it was October of 2011. And to where I am today, night and day difference. Night and day. Excuse me. So it's been 10 years, right? Cheers. Now, my last girlfriend left me during all of that in 2011. Yeah, I said that right. I ain't been with anyone since 2011. So I'm 45 now. So I was 35 years old last time I was dating or doing anything. I mean, I got a few more things to do to get my house in order. I could lose 20 pounds, something like that. But, if you're blind and dating, how do you do that, right? How do you do these different apps? Because, everyone wants to know, what do you do for a living? Just say. For instance. Well, if I answer that question, it's as though they immediately see dollar signs, right? If I say I'm retired, I don't work. I invested in crypto. I did well. I own rental property. How do I just skip that question? How do I just, next question? Or or do I tell them I'm so broke I can damn near pay attention, right? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that right off the bat. Or if they ask where I live, do I just tell them Motel 6? You know? I don't know. But other things, like, well, what kind of car do you drive? I don't. Oh, here comes another, how do they say? Not chicken head, but I don't know, another loser. Here comes another loser, no car. The truth is, I can't drive. I can't even drive a bicycle. What do you drive? Uber, Lyft. That's what I drive. So what do? How does a blind dude get a date, right? I mean, I could go out to all these different dance, nightclubs and stuff and dance on the dance floor. I mean, I began dancing at the age of 5. I began taekwondo at the age of 7. So, I mean, I can't do the things I used to do, but I'm still talented, I would say. The problem is when you go out to these clubs, to these nightclubs, right? I mean, I can get any girl in a place. I can get my friends any girl in a place, right? My thing is, I'm not going there to go home with anybody. I mean, it's fun. It's fun for me to go out and have a few drinks and dance with every chick on the dance floor. I love that. I love that. And some of y'all have seen me. I mean, I don't care if she's white, black, Asian. I don't care. Let the rhythm move you, right? See what you got. Excuse me. This is the other thing I gotta stop. So, but I've been looking about, like, there was this one Zoosk and another one Tinder. But I don't know. Is that like how Craigslist was back in 2010? Where, 100 roses, stuff like that, I mean, we all remember that, right? I don't know. I'm just nervous, y'all. And then, I don't have many pictures either. I mean, I got pictures of like me in a bar and stuff like that, but that's nothing to post. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do like some pictures in front of the green screen here and put some background around it. But how do you come out and say other things and not include crypto in it, right? Because as soon as some people hear cryptocurrency, they're like, oh, money launderer, all kinds of illicit activities, and it's not. Either that or you say cryptocurrency and they think, oh, I got it made with this one. Out there for their Mrs. degree. So I never married, never had children. I don't know how. I mean, there were three women I could have easily married, but when I go back and I look at it, after we went our separate ways, it was like in 6 months. 6 months after that, they were married, right? Then had a child, right away. And it's like, well, who's the lucky fella, And then, child has no father. They're gone, whatever. Just fly by night, Sperm donor, really. Where I was raised to where it takes a man to raise a child. Or any guy with one of them can have a kid, but it takes a man to raise his child. I mean, yeah, a single parent can do it, but not with the proper guidance. I mean, my mother and my father had trouble with me since I don't know how old I was. I mean, I thought it was a ritual to be whipped every day, right? It was just a natural thing. I thought something was wrong if I wasn't whipped. Really. I was whipped on a daily basis. Dennis the Menace, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I did a lot. But, I mean, I know today's day is completely different. Most people don't even sit at the dinner table together to eat dinner, right? They all go off in their own corners of the house with their own cell phones and stuff. I don't know. I need another shot in that. That's good, but not great, So how does a blind dude get a date, right? On one of these sites? What do you say? Do you just tell them that you're visually impaired? Instead of that you're legally blind? I mean, I gained some eyesight back in my right eye, but it's still such narrow vision. And it's still 20/200 in the right eye. And I have no depth perception. I have no peripheral. I have no night vision. So when I go and it's retinopathy, so the retinas are like fused with hundreds of lasers each surgery. So like each eye was like 966 and then 986, something like that, each time to each eye to fuse the blood vessels from bleeding through the vitreous gel and then pulling and detaching the retina, which this one is detached. So yeah, about like that. I mean, how does a blind dude get a date on one of these sites? What do you do if you're blind, right? And then when you go out on a date, I mean, now granted, I can teach anyone to guide the blind in under 10 seconds. It's simple. It's easy. It's not difficult. Yeah, I know it's stirred. So anyway, and which site do you use, right? Because I was just looking, like I said, Zeusk, but I don't know. Don't know. You do them all? Seems kind of counterproductive, right? And then how do you... Because I started looking around, right? And most of their profiles are just pictures and their height and body type. And that was it. Oh, and what religion and ethnicity. But, you know, is that it? Do I just put a picture and don't say anything? I mean, because that doesn't tell them anything, right? But at the same time, I don't want to say anything of cryptocurrency or basically my earnings or, you know, anything like that. You know, I don't want a gold digger, basically. I don't know, just... And gold digger is such a loose term anyway, right? I mean, I can remember back in college, it was, you know, just a chick wanting her Mrs. degree, wanting to go home with you, go inspect the parents' place just to see what they got, you know? Which my parents were so strict. Even at the age of 26, I couldn't bring a girlfriend, even that I dated for a little while. I couldn't even bring them to my parents' house to spend the night, right? I mean, and strict beyond that. Like in high school, I wasn't allowed to date. I mean, I went out and did parties and whatnot, you know, but same thing. You're back at home at like 9, 10 o'clock, stuff like that. I mean, when I went to college, I went wild. Like I said, I don't know how I didn't have a child. I really don't. Other than my parents being so strict, they always told me never bring a girl home pregnant. So I never did. They always told me that, you know, once you have a child, the rest of your life changes. You do that, don't come here asking for any help. Truth is, I only had to ask my parents for help like maybe 2 or 3 times. And that was because I went into the hospital or something like that, and I needed to pay my bills for the month. And then I worked like 3 months straight without a day off in order to pay that loan back, right? So every dollar I ever borrowed from my parents, which wasn't much, you know, once was like $2,000, again was like $1,200, something like that, just to cover the monthly bills. But it was for stuff that was really out of my hands. Like I said, I was in the hospital. There was nothing I could do, you know? So I had to borrow money in order to do that. I mean, and even more strict, like, I began paying rent at the age of 17. No, 1992, I was 16. I was 16 years old, having to pay my parents' rent. So, I mean, I had good earnings then, too. I mean, for that time period. But, I was just a kid in high school. I never got a high school degree. I mean, take that back. I never got a high school ring. I got a high school diploma. I did graduate high school. And I did graduate college. Never got a college degree either. So I never got a state ring for playing sports. Nothing. Did all that. I don't know. I don't know why, but made me harder in ways, I guess. Parents always told me, you want something, go out there and go get it. I remember being a kid with a go-kart. For the whole summer, I pushed the lawnmower from house to house. Well, strapped it up to the lawnmower. Strapped the lawnmower up to the go-kart and rode around for a little bit. Dad had a Xerox machine because he had a business and all with insurance. And so I would go make copies and drawings and, went door to door, dropping that off, and end up coming home and have a decent clientele at the age of 12. So I don't know. And then my parents split up when I was 11, and they got divorced at the age of when I was 12. And I'm the reason why in the state of Louisiana, why a child at the age of 12 can file for emancipation. So I had to go to court in order to become a legal adult at the age of 12. Dad had the legislation passed. Dad was known as a governor's son. So, and my uncle was a talented attorney, litigation attorney. He wrote different questions for the bar for the state of Louisiana. But everything I did, I had to do on my own. I told my parents way back when, that, you earned it. Either by inheritance or you earned it. It's yours. Go have fun with it. I've always done for myself, by myself. And that's the other thing. It's like I'm an only child. Being with a chick for a while, and then again, to date someone and to live with someone are two totally different things, right? I mean, now I have different security measures and stuff like that, but back then I didn't. I mean, these girls robbed me blind. Here come another sucker. That's basically all I've been with. So which one do you choose, right? Which dating app? Because, look, I'm not picking up barflies. I ain't doing that. And you catch one of them, you don't know what else you'll catch with it. Been there, done that. Just recently in Florida at this event, I was dancing with some girl on the dance floor, and she's feeling all up in my pockets and stuff. I already know the game, Wasn't gonna steal nothing from me. I went and signed the bar tab. Well, it wasn't a tab. I don't like leaving tabs, because then they get all kinds of stuff confused. People put other drinks on yours and all of this, and then before you know it, you end up with something stupid. So anyway, I signed a receipt. I had a buddy there with me. He's already at the bar, and she tries to push me away to the other side of the bar. Not just to the bar, but like the other side of the building, away from the bar. And I guess one of her partners, right? One of her partners come and show up and sit down right in front of it. My buddy's right there and says, Dave, your card. So I went up back over there, left this girl back where she was. It's like she's trying to get my attention, and it's like, I don't know. Same stuff, different day, really, right? You know, I'd really like to meet a chick that's in crypto. Really like to meet a chick that, you know, doesn't have 300 grand worth of student loan debt. Or, you know, oh, I own a house, but I only have 20,000 in equity. You don't own nothing. The bank owns that. I don't know, man. Don't know. But here we are, another Christmas alone, right? It's not the same, you know? Looking back when I was young, you know, enjoying Christmas, thinking one day I might have a child, be able to celebrate Christmas with. My thing was, as I got older, I realized there was no way financially I could provide for that child the childhood that I had. There's no way. And even today, right? As far as having the family environment all around, and right now I wouldn't be able to provide that. Financially, I'd be able to provide for them, but with the family, I wouldn't be able to provide for that child. As far as like grandparents and cousins and aunts and uncles, I don't have any of that. I was an only child. Really a miracle baby. So they had to fly specialists in from New York here to New Orleans, because it was something where my mother would drop the baby. My mother had 3 miscarriages before me, and I was born through an IUD. So yeah, I came out wearing body armor. So did my cousin. So he was born on birth control. So yeah. I guess that was something we were meant to do, right? Ooh. I don't know how to hit pause on this, but give me just a sec. I'll be right back. Proof of pants. All right. go to the kitchen. So, I mean, maybe it would be all right, you know, if I did meet somebody with my house in the condition that it's in. You know, the inside's all torn up. That's why I threw this whole green screen up, right? So, all the sheetrock's gone on the first floor of the ceiling, except for the kitchen, and the bathroom, utility room, and the walk-in pantries. So that's all. Still got drywall and all in it. Everything else is missing the ceiling and the insulation because the entire second floor, all the plywood has to come out and be replaced. I mean, the property's 50 years old. And then it was the wrong size plywood. You know, but I don't know if by just meeting a chick and have her come in and go, oh my God. You know, I mean, the outside's nice. I just got finished with, I just dropped $250,000 in the property, you know? But, you know, there's also a certain way that I want to do things. I don't want to just slap it together. I want other things done. You know, because now being legally blind, my hearing picked up. So I hear everything. And I would like to, the den is now going to be a theater. I built a TV. It's 11 foot wide by 7 foot tall with indirect lighting around it, like a light show that goes on behind it and change the colors, do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. It's pretty cool. But that's my TV. I use a projector onto that. So I have an 11 foot wide, 7 foot tall TV. Yep. But, yeah, that's going to be a theater, so I have to soundproof those walls. The walls and the ceiling. So I don't know if, you know, most women I've met in my life, they it's like they just expect to move right in and kick their feet up, quit their job because they got in a fight, but there are no scratch marks on them. And I didn't get called to go bail them out of jail. You know? I don't know. I never found the good ones. I'll say it that way. Well, I never found a good one. They've always been mischievous, liars, thieves. It's just sad, really. You know, it's like they were out for... It was like a profitable business model to meet a decent guy and just destroy him. So, I never had kids with any of that. I went out, had fun. So... Wait. Okay, it is recording. I was like, don't tell me I did all of this again. Not again, but not like right now, but like again, did a video and none of the audio was being recorded. Like it was on mute. Oh my goodness. So I don't know. It'd be cool to meet a chick that was in crypto It would actually be better for me, I think. Because for me, this is a way of life, you know? I began crypto in 2014. So it was like right after right after Mount Gox, around in that time frame. I never bought from Magic the Gathering or Mount Gox. I never did. I bought from Coinbase, and it was like $200 per Bitcoin. So it bounced between like 200 and 250. Every once in a while it bounce up to like 275, 3, and then back down to 2. It was in that ballpark for like a year and a half to 2 years, something like that. And I didn't throw much at it. I was more into metals at that time. And I didn't have much money to put into it. I only had about like $400 to $500 a month to throw in crypto back then. And then here comes 2017. Like, yeah, I want to say it was 2016 when Bitcoin went over $800, and then it was like December to January, Bitcoin hit like $1,200, and I sold a lot of Bitcoin at $1,200 to pay off credit cards. Now imagine what that would be worth today. Oh my goodness. Wow. What did that credit card what did that credit card really cost me, right? But anyway, it's just some of the stuff I've been through with crypto, like Ethereum, buying Ethereum between $7 and $11. And then you end up with over 1,000 Ethereum. Now I have nothing like that. 2017, I was in just about every ICO, from Tezos to EOS to Pillar to who else? There were a ton. Many of them aren't even around anymore. Remember Steve St. Angelo? He did a similar to that, AdX. That was another one I was in, but it was similar to AdX, but it was like a commodity ad crypto. I forget the name of it. I was in so many others, like Sun Project or something like this, where it was decentralized electricity from solar that you could sell to other people. I did the Sun Contract is who that was. Then others that, like I said, they're no longer, and many of them. D Corp. Remember D Corp? When was D Corp? That was like similar to Populous, and I was in Populous too. I miss Veritasium because of Populous. So, wow, dude. But anyway. So, try a dating app, but try not to say too much, right? Because even still, after meeting them for dinner or something like that, or lunch even, it's going to be a little while till they're able to see my house. You know what the sad thing is? It's like, from crypto, you got enough money to do whatever. But I mean, I'm talking snap my fingers money, right? Snap your fingers money. And you can't get some dude to come and hang vinyl siding, right? Or to put a, what do you call that? Masonite? No. Like a concrete board. Hardy board. To put hardy board going all the way around the very top where the roof comes down and meets the brick. So right there, I want hardy board all the way around and siliconed. I can't get anyone to come and do it. I mean, it's you need a 32-foot ladder to do it. So, I mean, now that I elevated the property 5 feet and it's 2-story, I can't do it. I can't do that. A blind dude's got no business being that high up off the ground doing any damn thing. You know, same thing. Like, I got the fence. You know, my $30,000 fence. Right. I got it. I got the fence. It's in the driveway. It's been in the driveway now for like a month. But I got 12-foot posts. So I need heavy equipment to come in with an auger to dig that in, not just like a 2-man auger. That's not gonna put that post 6 feet down into the ground. Minimum 5. But even still, I need all kinds of concrete work and all kinds of other stuff and permits and all that go with it. It's like, man. Then again, I don't know. Maybe the chick might dig all of this. I don't know. I don't know, dude. So, if you're blind or disabled, how do you get a date, right? Put that down below. How do you, what dating sites do you use? So I know that there was something like on Facebook of like, of blind dating, and I was like, as soon as I opened up a Facebook account, immediately I was like put in jail, right? I don't like fake book, if you will, because I originally shut fake book down in 2011 when I went blind. It was not long after they began. It was like right after MySpace, right? The BlackBerry was popular then. That was like the latest and greatest and hard to get at that time. And I had over 300 friends and all of this kind of stuff. And, you know, no one came and knocked on my door, called me. I shut that shit down. That's why I call it fake book. It's not your friend. The metaverse, right? So no. It'd be cool to meet someone like, I would say, in something business oriented, like accounting, legal, or, you know, executive management or business owner, entrepreneur. Something like that would be cool. Or, like I said, retired on crypto. That would be real cool. Especially if her favorite words are paid for. that would be my frog kissing moment at that point. If the chick said paid for, right? mm. But anyway, y'all, look, shared one drink with y'all. Cheers. Merry Christmas. Ooh. And good wishes on this new year. So, anyway, y'all be cool. Later.